All right. Well, let's continue then. So, pulling up my beautiful mandalas of today. I made them with an online program you can easily use. It's like Silk Weave or something. It's very easy to use. That's why I could do it too. So that's lovely. So now we're going to listen to Timeless Voice. So it's like we're actually going to listen to a timeless voice. And that's pretty amazing. So let's get into this then. Listen. In your relationship, you have joined with me in bringing heaven to the Son of God, who hid in darkness, who was hiding in darkness. In your relationship, you have joined with me in bringing heaven to the Son of God, who hid in darkness, who was hiding in darkness. Like I'm just saying this, then it's maybe easier to understand. So like, whose voice is this actually? Like, whose voice is speaking to me in this? Like, what am I actually hearing here? Who's talking to me? Like, who is that? See, this is where I had like, now you see that actually the scripture is being fulfilled, because it's the voice, like this voice from outside of the temporal sequence, the timeless voice is talking to you and tells you like, thank you for joining with me and bringing, say, light and peace to your brother, to the Son of God, to Christ. He was for a moment hiding in darkness, and you brought light. So that's what you have been doing. This is about you, and that's so great if you allow that to come into you. It's like, really? Did I do that? Oh, no, that must be you. It's like, no, I didn't do that. No, I didn't do that. It must be you. No, you did that. Like here it is like, no, it is you. It is you who did that. It is you who did that. And that's great to contemplate on this. It's like, it's great to contemplate, because it's immediately totally inspiring to keep doing that. To just keep doing that, even though you didn't know that you were doing it. So you don't have to be concerned about how you're going to do that, or how that's supposed to look, or what clothes you have to wear in order to do that. Like, none of these concerns have any meaning. No, this is happening naturally through you, just for an instant, just in that, like in that sudden moment where you actually are doing that, and it works, and it worked. So this is what you take with you in every step, in every encounter that you have. You don't have to do anything. It's just a thing that you do by realizing who you are. So that is so amazing. So that's so amazing. So these three listens that I share in this PDF, then that you can get or have, it's like these three listens are so amazing that if you contemplate on them, you literally see that your world stops. Your world stops existing. You see the whole world dissolve. Just like I did today. It's like I was a complete mess. Complete mess. I could not function by realizing these things. It's like unbelievable. So beautiful. So this is my offering to you because you gave that to me. And this is one of the next ones we come to. But anyway, it's like, yeah, you got to realize what actually happens, and you got to see it, that it actually is happening, and that's you, that it's really you. Okay, here's another listen. This is an interesting one too. It's like, listen, my need for you, listen who this timeless voice is telling you, my need for you, joined with me in the holy light of your relationship, is your need for salvation or deliverance, like salvation. My need for you, joined with me in the holy light of your relationship, is your need for salvation. Now this is one that you need to stand still with. You don't get this right away, and exactly not. It's like conceptually it might not even make sense, but it makes total sense as an experience. So here we go again. Like, this is the limitedness of your conceptual understanding. It passes by this. That's why it's so great to contemplate this, like take it in your meditation with you, and you see it realized. You see it as a revelatory experience for yourself. So not that you can say, not that you can do that, but it can come to you. It will be given to you. It's like that's happening by grace. My need for you, joined with me in the holy light of your relationship, is your need for salvation. So one more. Listen. This is the timeless voice speaking to you. It's like this is from out of time. There's one saying this to you. Would I not give you what you gave to me? Would I not give you what you gave to me? It's almost like a Zen koan. You know, it's like if you can only get this by getting it. You can only get this by experiencing it. So that's why this is a great little, say, exercise. Not little, but it's an exercise to take that with you and use it. It's like, listen, would I not give you what you gave to me? Because that will point you to yourself. Like, me? What I gave you? What I gave? Me? Are you sure? Are you sure? Or who knows what you think? Like, yes, of course. Yes, of course. Would I not give you what you have given me? Like what you gave to me? Like, you have no idea. You have no idea what you have given me. This is what the timeless voice tells you. So I love this. I think it's really great. Okay, so here's then, it's like I'll read this. You return to a new world, unburdened by the weight of death. Beheld not in its sightless eyes, but in the vision that your choice restored to you. Now do your eyes belong to Christ, and He looks through them. So you return to a new world, unburdened by the weight of death, beheld not in its sightless eyes, but in the vision that your choice restored to you. Now do your eyes belong to Christ, and He looks through them. He actually is using your eyes. Children of light cannot dwell in darkness. Children of light cannot dwell in darkness. All right. Children of light cannot dwell in darkness. And that's why you're here. That's why you came to this in the first place. That's why you are on your spiritual path. You're a child of God, a child of light, and you cannot be in darkness. You cannot stay in darkness. You touched it for a moment and it was already too painful. So this whole shift that is occurring in you, in which you discover your whole new mind, your whole new being in light instead of darkness, in a frequency of love and extension instead of limitation and disaster, that realization, that choice that you made to go for that is what gives you vision, is what gives you Christ vision. You're no longer blind to say you don't have to look, as it says here, like with sightless eyes that cannot see. But actually Christ is looking through your eyes, is using your eyes, because you placed nothing in between. You gave up you put down your sword and your shield. You let go of your shield. You don't need to defend yourself any longer, because there is nothing to defend. There's nothing going on, in other words. No, there's nothing going on in the world that was so frightening to me a moment ago. But now, with the new eyes that I got, I see right through the appearances and see that nothing can disturb my peace. Like nothing can disturb that. It can be for a moment that I think that happens, but then I return back to my, 0 point, to my peace sanctuary. And here I start over again, opening the doors for my brothers, not defending it, not closing any doors, not having any kind of fee in order to enter in. No, you're just welcome. Everyone is welcome. Come as you are. Join me in my peace. This is the only invitation that you can do to your brother that makes any sense. All else we have done for centuries and lifetimes and all that. And we come to a place and to a moment in ourselves where that starts to dissolve, where that no longer works anymore. So that is so great. So your choice has an incredible impact on you and on the possibilities of you. So that means also, it's like bringing it back to the practicality of today, is like all the things that you were so used to doing start to make less and less sense to you. You really thought you had to do this and that, but actually it didn't make any sense. You don't have to do that any longer. So then what to do then? Well, it's like, remember during your day, a couple of times a day, go back to your 0 point or to your peace sanctuary, just to open the doors again. Like, the funny part is like the contraction of self-identity, as you were so familiar with, it was a cramp. It was like, it was so tight. It was so, yeah. And now, since that opened up, suddenly you don't feel the necessity to squeeze it again, so to speak. And so during your day, you might remember yourself not to contract, but to instead of that, release and breathe and open up your consciousness instead of tying it down, putting another target at the horizon, or closing another couple of doors for your rest or something like that. That is not going to work anymore for you. So because you made the choice, and you're not looking with your own eyes anymore. You're not looking at the world of death anymore. So that's why you cannot fool yourself. Once you come this far, you cannot fool yourself any longer. And when you have a tendency to do it, it will immediately correct itself. It's like, oh God, what was I thinking? Maybe it takes a day, maybe it takes 48 hours, or maybe it takes a week, or maybe a month, but it will become too painful for you to continue doing that. So then there's the release, like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense what I'm trying to do here. It doesn't have any effect. So what was I defending in the first place? What was that? Do I think that I'm going to lose something by letting that go? No, not any longer. Not any longer. So that's the blessed place that we enter into by allowing ourselves to be released of the burden of self-identity, or the chains of space and time, and thinking that you're locked up in a world of death and disaster and lack and all that. Like, those doors are wide open now. That is too late for you. That is too late for you. You have no chance of keeping that together. and hopefully you start to see that as a joyous occasion that is happening in this amazing discovery that is taking place in you. So this is like the finale of the incorruptible body. So to see then that the incorruptible body is alive and kicking, so to speak, that's so much alive, and you're a whole part of it. So that's the final conclusion or discovery that we have. It's like it's wild and kicking. I can't believe it, but it has no reference anymore to our old associations. That's why it literally has transformed us in ourselves. It has transformed and transfigured our world. The transfiguration that took place was from an outside world to an inside world, seeing that you're the cause of this, and seeing that by opening your mind for the love of God, seeing that you become an instrument of extending that light and giving that, becoming conscious that you're actually doing that. So that's a great discovery, and I'm really happy to end up here with you in this specific place where we can actually share this with one another. So that's really beautiful. All right, so thank you so much for being part of this seminar, and thank you so much for your presence, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much.